I think I'm recording. Hi, hello. My name is Erika. For those that are watching that don't know who I am a amateur writer who is trying her very best to complete her very first creature feature that is a horror comedy called Shark Cafe that takes place at the end of a pier on the coast of California in a surf side town, and they're being attacked by a shark in the middle of a storm. Great time. It's been about 2 months since I've given my last writing update, and I have since then completed my first draft of my story, and I'm currently going through the revisions of the second draft, which is a nightmare. But I'm making progress, and the word count is growing and growing, and it's making me nervous. I have this folder here. That's my first draft. It's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I brought you along today. We're recording today because I kind of wanted to share with you concept art that I am putting together for a illustrator who I will eventually hire to create the cover for my book. So I brought out Canva and brought out the handy dandy AI generator, and I told it to make me a really campy, cheesy book cover of my story, and this is kind of the images that it came out. Again, I created these only to have as examples for later on when I hire someone. I'm not actually using these for, the book itself, though. Will I use these to make fun promotional videos? Probably, because the images are hilarious. So let's get started. I'll show the images on the screen. This first picture I made in the midst of writing my story, just for inspiration purposes, to kind of get me in the mood and just to inspire me, because I needed the inspiration. Music wasn't doing enough, and this kind of got me in the mood and helped a lot. And as you could tell, it's kind of cute. We have a coffee shop on a pier, but the pier is kind of cut off, so the AI did terrible with that. There's a little itty bitty shark in the corner of this photo, and I really like the text on this. I love the style. That's probably the style I'm gonna go with for my cover, and it's just kind of the vibe that I'm kind of going for. So that's one picture that we got. I still really like it. This next one is kind of, I wanted to have some inside shots of the coffee shop to also inspire me, and I am not a big fan of the coloring in this one, but it is more on the nautical side, which the coffee shop is nautical themed, so it's cool, it's fine. Let's move on to the fun stuff though. Oh, this is just another inside image of the coffee shop. I like this one a little bit better, actually. Moving on. Here we go. Okay, this is kind of stupid, but this is actually kind of like what goes on in the story. So we have a shark attacking the side of the coffee shop because the waves are really high and it's able to reach that area, and I think the scale of the shark in this is kind of on par. The shark is supposed to be really, really big in my book because of the fact that this shark has been kind of mutated, so to speak, without giving spoilers. So yeah, I mean, it looks kind of bad, but we're just gonna, it's fun. It's supposed to be fun and campy. So the next one, again, the same thing. Look at the detail on this shark. I feel like it's really bad near the mouth on this one. But again, I mean, it's funny. I'm enjoying it. Where the I feel like the windows aren't done that well in this one. Moving on. This one I love so much. The shark is not good in this one at all. I think it looks really, really bad. But I like the outside view of the coffee shop because it shows that it's kind of at the end of the pier, someone just trying to enjoy their coffee, and there's a shark. My story also takes place in the middle of a storm, so this makes no sense. But that's okay. It's just an idea. This one I love. This one makes absolutely no sense. Like, did the shark launch itself? And where did it launch itself from, I wonder? It looks like a giant balloon. It looks like those balloons that's at the Macy's fair every year. So I don't even know. I really don't know. But I think the shark looks pretty cool nonetheless. So this one is a bit more believable. The person's getting their coffee, they're about to head out, and then they see the shark, and the shark looks a bit more maybe realistic here. I don't know. Moving on. This one, yeah, okay, there's sharks flying around in the background, and it makes no sense. I don't know why the generator did this. I kept telling it to take out the sharks in the background. No flying sharks in the sky, but it did not understand. That's fine, I forgive it. And the shark here I like the way the shark looks, but again, the shark is flying. Why are there flying sharks in this thing? I don't know. I couldn't figure it out, but I do really like this one. I like how the waves are up on the pier in the background. It really shows that the waves are higher, and I also really love the color in this one. I love the aesthetic that we have going on. Those are the type of colors that I'm looking for, that I want. I love that pink hue background. This next one, oh, these are the colors that I was talking about that I really am going for. I think this fits the Santa Cruz vibe because my story is set in Santa Cruz, and it's, all about, the surf city culture sort of thing. So I think this really fits that. I love this picture. I think the picture itself doesn't make a whole lot of sense structurally because it's just the sharks swimming up to the person, and yeah, it's flooded, which makes sense, but it doesn't make sense to the timeline of the story, and it's really cool though. I love this. Doesn't make any sense, but I do love this. And this is the one that I was the closest to saying, okay, you know what, this is it, I'm just going to use this works for me, and this is my favorite thus far. This really showcases kind of like what I'm looking for in the coffee shop. I want like a 2-story coffee shop that's small, medium size. We have the outside seating. We really have the storm going on in the background. The coloring is perfect. The shark is spooky and absolutely horrifying. I love it. It looks so stupid. I love the text and everything. The only thing my brother told me is that the shark looks like it's launching itself directly out of the coffee shop, which would not work. And it does look like that. It looks like it's launching itself directly out of the coffee shop, so that doesn't make any sense. But I want the cover to come across as being really campy and stupid and just fun, and that you would just sit down and read during a summer day or something. So I like it. But it's not the best either, of course. But this is, I think, what I'm mainly going to go for when showing the designer what I want, because ideally the cover that I want is going to be a bird's eye view of the wharf, the pier, looking from above, and at the very end of the pier you're going to see the coffee shop, and then you're going to see damage in the middle of the pier, and then behind the pier I want to show a giant shark fin swimming in the background, inspiration being Jaws, of course. So that's what I really want, but I do really like this as well, and that's it. That's all I have so far. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this really ridiculous, stupid video of looking at all of this ridiculous stuff that I've created. But it's just helping me. It's inspiring me when I sit down and write, because if I didn't have it, I don't know, it would just be more of a struggle than it already is. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done before. Writing a book is not easy. It is so hard, but it's so much fun, and it's so worth it. So if you have ever thought to yourself, should I write a book? Do it. Do it, please. Sit down right now. Start writing notes and just do it, because it's so rewarding. You look at the story and you're like, dang, I wrote that. I came up with that. Granted, I was inspired by a lot of things, but you could say that you did it, that you wrote a book. Not that many people do it. So, alright, that's all I have to say. Leave a comment. Tell me how your day is going. I will talk to you later at some point.